Hello, friends. Welcome back. This is your friend, the IT seller. And before we start today's video, I would like to thank you for the great response that you have given to the last video. And today we will be discussing very important point when it comes to storage, computer storage. Okay. So our point of discussion today is HDD or SSD, which is the best option as a storage for my laptop or desktop. So you may find this video a little educational, but don't worry, we will not be giving a lot of can. We'll focus on only the crucial points that will help you to make selection whether it is HDD drive or SSD that you're going to have in your computer. So let's start. So on left hand side that you see, it's a hard disk drive, which is more of a mechanical device, and on right hand side it's the SSD image. And here comes our question, $1 million question. What should I go for? So before we decide on this, let's look at some basic. So HDD is, it's a legacy option. It is there from very long time. In 1956, IBM introduced this particular storage device, and it functions. It's a electromechanical data storage device. So it has a platter in the hard disk drive, and it rotates, and based on that, data is fetched. And it's a legacy device supporting storage requirements for personal computers, servers, and whatnot. And there are many leading brands, but I would say Western Digital is currently dominating the market. On the other hand, SSD, you may think that it is something introduced in this decade. No, my friend, this is a very old concept and introduced by SanDisk in 1981. If you compare with HDD, it's not a mechanical device, electromechanical device. It's a integrated circuits-based design, and it is rapidly replacing HDD as a primary disk for laptop and desktops as of now. And I'm pretty sure in nearest future you may find SSDs replacing HDD in the data centers. All right, the technology is moving rapidly, and there are many leading brands, but I would mention you will be getting more knowledge if you surf those sites. I would recommend go to Intel and see what they are doing in the SSD technology. All right, so let's compare. All right, and I'm not going to go for any boxing match, but let's have a look at it. So when you look at HDD, definitely it has physical moving parts, so it's slower, so performance is slow, and the data transfer rate is close to 160 MB per second. And I've taken this data for Seagate Barracuda 7200 RPM hard disk drive. Definitely price, it's less costly because it is there in market from very long time, and a lot of innovation has been done. So lower cost per capacity. When I say low cost per capacity, that means the amount of money you are spending for a 500 GB hard disk, it will be a lot lesser than the similar amount of storage for SSD. Life, it is less durable, but can last longer, and it is proven for all these years. So you have to handle the devices with HDD very carefully. You can't just roam around and handle the device with less care. So capacity, it has great capacity, starts with 250 GB now and up to 14 terabyte. And power, yes, it has an electromechanical device, so it needs power to rotate that device and make it functional. On the other hand, if you look at the SSD, it is definitely faster, a lot faster, because it uses electrical circuit. There is no moving part. And performance, if you look at performance, it varies. There are SSDs with 600 MB per second speed, and there are some SSDs, as I taken this example of Intel SSD 760p series, which gives you read speed of 3230 MB per second and write speed of 1625 MB per second. And when you compare this to the traditional HDD, it is massive. But at the same time, with speed and performance, the higher price tag comes. So the cost per capacity is higher for SSD. But if you look at the life, it is highly durable. There are no moving parts, so you may handle it the way you want. I don't want you to drop it anywhere, but it is highly durable. But if you keep it, switched off for a year or two, you may face the data leakage. Okay. The capacity is starts from 120 GB and it goes up to 4 TB. And I'm sure in coming future they will come with a lot higher capacity. Power, it doesn't have a moving part, so power consumption is low. So these are the key comparison for HDD and SSD. So let's look at the various type of SSDs available and their form factors. So first one is the SATA, and it is the slowest in the SSD. The second one is the MSATA, which has little higher speed, but make sure you have that type of slot available on your laptop motherboard so that you can do the right purchase. And third one is the SATA M2, and the final one is NVMe M.2. Okay, so the NVMe M.2 is the fastest option currently available. So my objective of showing this form factors and the types, so that you make sure you have the right slot available on your laptop and you get the right type of SSD. You don't waste your money. All right. So next, let's move. And these images I've taken from Amazon.in, so I give them due credit. And so let's see what is best for you, whether it is HDD or SSD. Let's see who needs HDD or who can prefer HDD. All right. Some crazy animation here. Download enthusiasts and multimedia users, definitely they need a lot of storage. So HDD, the cost per capacity is low, so they can definitely go for HDD. People who are low on budget and looking for more for less price, so they can go for HDD. General users, students who are attending online classes nowadays due to the pandemic, they can definitely go for this option. And people who are photo editors, photo videographers, because they need a lot of storage capacity. I don't say that they don't need speed, but at the same time they need more capacity. And who needs SSD or SSD? Definitely got me right. It's gamers and the speedsters who are crazy for speed. The designers and artists who are using high-end applications, they definitely need SSD. People who are always on the go, who are in meeting, they don't want to start their laptop and wait for minute to log into their laptop. They can use SSD. And audio designers and musicians. So this is a high level recommendation, what is best for you. So with SSD you will have the higher performance, higher boot up speed, higher loading of your application, games. So what I may suggest is you can go for SSD as your primary drive, where you can install all your applications, games. At the same time you can have an external HDD drive or a built-in hard disk, because a lot of manufacturers, they give you two options: HDD plus SSD. So that kind of combination you can go for. SSD can have your programs and HDD can have your storage. All right, so this is what I wanted to cover today, and I'm planning for a few more videos. So do let me know your feedback in the comment section. The first one I'm planning is there is a war, AMD versus Intel. Which computer processor do you really need? So Bill Gates once commented in 1980s that 640K RAM ought to be enough for anybody. Really? Look at the RAM configuration now. So let's look at what kind of RAM you need for your computer. Then we will see ideal configuration for your general purpose PC and ideal configuration for your gaming PC. So these are the four topics that I'm going to come up with new videos in the coming days. And my apologies once again for releasing this video after a long period of time, almost a month. Do have a look at this video. Let me know your feedback in comments, your suggestions, and hope you like this video, and this encourages you to make the right selection. And thanks a lot, guys. I would like to end my video here with this note, and stay safe. Take care. Thank you very much.